Hello, and welcome to Sarah's Baked Goods. Today we're going to be making banana bread. A lot of banana bread. Best bananas to use are these dark, super ripe bananas. So what I like to do is, once I get old bananas, I then will put them in the freezer, which then concentrates the sugar even more to get even better banana bread. A nice thing you can do with this is, the grocery stores, they like to put those bananas on sale where you can get like a huge bundle, like you can see here, for like $1. It's perfect for this. So we're just gonna get all these in here. They're gonna be super slimy. Just be careful because they're so slimy that that little seed on the bottom can sometimes slip in, so you gotta make sure you don't get any of that in there. That won't bake into anything nice. So I'm gonna be making 4 loaves today. I put all the bananas in at once, then I add the brown sugar. When I made this recipe, I tried to put white sugar in, brown sugar in, but the brown sugar got a better taste, better texture, better look. Everything just seemed way better. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix it. I like to actually use the hand mixer for this one. It gives me better feel to it, and it's going to turn into this nice state right here. Now I use the mixer because it gives you a good feel to it, and you can control it easier. Nothing wrong with the mixer. This is just my personal preference. So I go one at a time. So that's buttercream. I tested out buttercream, yogurt, and sour cream. It's going to look like that after the buttercream. You can use any one of those. Those are all perfectly fine. I just found that with the buttercream, it was a lot better tasting and a lot better moisture is what I was going for. So always add your salts for anything. It always will enhance everything. So I'm just going to add all these eggs in. Again, the recipe will be in the description below. And we're just going to mix these in. Now we're going to move on to dry ingredients. I like to mix them all together and then mix them into the wet ingredients. For the baking soda, I like to put it through a sift because sometimes it gets clumped up, and with the sift you can smooth it out into the powder again. And then I like to use a whisk to get it nice and airy. As you can see, all those clumps, I need to press it through. There you go. Get all that in there and then shake it off. Get it nice and airy. Now, when you're using baking soda, you need an acid, which is going to be the buttermilk. And remember, once those two meet, it's been activated. If you wait any longer, your product will get worse and worse. So make sure you're ready for when you put this in. So I'm going to be mixing in 1/3 at a time of this flour, just like so, till it gets to semi-mixed, and then we put another 1/3 in, just like that. And then the last of it. You saw earlier that I poured out the oil. Again, I'm doing that preemptively so that I'm fully ready, because again, that soda is now mixed with the buttercream or buttermilk, and it will be activated and will slowly start to create all those bubbles. But once all those bubbles are made, that's it. So I'm going to slowly get that oil in. Be very careful because you don't want to overmix this now that the flour is in, or you'll get a nice, or not so nice, dense dough, and it's gross. So once it's just mixed in, no more than just mixed in, that's why I'm doing very slow and in that nice motion to get it through everywhere. I'm going to now pour it into the pans. Now any leftover parchment paper that you get, like nice long strips, this is what I like to use it for. Just little lifting things to take the loaf out of the pan once it's done baking. So we're just going to make nice long strips since I don't have any extra. Normally I would. What I also like to do is use a bit of the batter to stick the parchment paper to the pan itself. So you just grab a little bit, stick it to the other side of the parchment, and then stick it to the wall. That way it doesn't fold inwards and cover everything. Now to get a nice break in the middle, make it look super beautiful, what you do is you grab this scraper, dip it in some oil, and draw a line with it. Now we're just going to get the rest all done. I've weighed out this recipe so that I know exactly how much it weighs per loaf. Make sure you know if you're making multiple loaves, because you don't want to make a small loaf and a big loaf. So just like that. And we're going all the way to the edge too with this crack. And I'll make a nice beautiful break in the middle and look perfect. There we go. And just with any other recipe, you want to scrape all of it into the last one. You don't want to waste anything. And it's more of a cleanup afterwards if you leave any extra into your bowls, pans, what have you. There we go. Just get all that in there. Plus you don't want to waste any product that you can eat. There you go. Now when you're running your own business, you gotta also be remembering that you're paying for everything. Electricity, water. So the more you have to use that water to clean, the more it's gonna cost you. Just those little things could even cost you $50 a month. See, perfectly clean. Now you can't get all of it obviously, but get as much as you can. There we go. Perfect little line. And clean up as you go. It's so much easier that way. Now my oven's perfect for holding up all those loaves. It's gonna take 50 minutes at 350 convection oven. Make sure it's convection. Probably 60 minutes on conventional at 350. Sometimes it's a bit finicky with this recipe, so make sure you test it. You want to poke the middle, and if it bounces back, it's good. If it sinks in, it means that the loaf isn't done yet and needs a little bit more time. This can be due to not weighing out the products well enough or mixing it too much. There's a lot of things that could ruin it. So just keep in mind, if you need to, add a little bit more time. So, this is why we put these little parchment paper lines in there. Use a little scraper to get all around the edges. Just like so. And it'll lift out like magic. Boom. Just like that. Perfect. Just take that off. Peel it off. Simple. Oh, I'm a terrible cameraman. There we go. Let's just put it on the plate so you can actually see it. Perfect. Now this is how it turned out. Nice banana loaf. I even used this recipe to make cake, and it's delicious. Put it with some nice cream cheese frosting. Delicious. If you've liked this video, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I even have my own website. Thank you, and have a nice day.